Good morning, everyone. This is the first time I'm using a new streaming service for my live session, so I'm not sure how this will turn out. I keep my fingers crossed that everything goes well. Today, we will test the system, and if it goes well, I continue improving it. Now, with this system, I'll be able to share my screen with you, and when I'm talking about different pieces of news, I can show them to you as well. So, before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Al Parsai. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I teach immigration consulting in various institutions. I have more than 11 years of work experience under my belt. I have written 88 Tips on Immigration to Canada, which is a bestseller book about immigration to Canada. And my business has represented clients from more than 55 countries in this world, and we deal with all different kinds of immigration options in Canada, visas, a work permit, etc. Today I have two pieces of news that I would like to share with you, and then if we have any questions, please post them in the chat box and I will answer them. So without further ado, let me share my screen with you about the Canadian immigration news here in Canada. Okay, let me make sure that you are seeing this. Very good. So that's an introduction about me. Let's skip to the next one. So one of the things that I would like to share with you is about some improvements for the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program, or RNIIP. This program covers 11 areas in Canada. These regions include North Bay, Ontario, Sudbury, Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Timmins, Ontario, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Brandon, Manitoba, Altona, Rhineland, Manitoba, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Claresholm, Alberta, and Vernon, BC, and then West Kootenay in BC. Now, what happens is that if you have a job offer that is supported by the community in any of those regions from an employer that is located in that region, then this gives you the opportunity to immigrate to Canada through the RNIIP, which is called the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Recently, the government of Canada decided to increase the area for 7 of those 11 regions, and this means more employers will be covered and more opportunities will exist about those areas or regions. And the ones that are highlighted here are the ones with the expanded area. So North Bay, Sudbury, Timmins, Thunder Bay, Moose Jaw, Vernon, and West Kootenay. Keep that in mind that job offers needs to be genuine. It means that an employer really wants to hire you, and then based on that you can apply for immigration to Canada. If somebody approaches you to sell you an immigration opportunity, especially a job offer, be careful with that. If they are telling you that you pay money and we will find you job, be aware that this is not the way that the system goes in Canada. In most areas in Canada, it is illegal to receive money to find jobs for people. But if you really find a job in those areas and you have the support of the community, you can immigrate to Canada. There are also a couple of other changes to the RNIP, which makes it better. And so these are the changes, making it easier to fill labor market needs in the healthcare and trade sectors by expanding the range of job offers available to candidates with a specific work experience. The other change is allowing communities to participate for a longer period until August 2024, when the pilot comes to an end. Of course, by that time, the government decides whether to continue this pilot, make it permanent, or completely stop it. The other change is that helping community partners provide greater support to candidates and employers. The other change is reducing the amount of settlement funds participants are required to have. And the last one is strengthening program integrity by oversight, providing more oversight to the whole program. So that's the first piece of news I wanted to share with you. The other piece of news that I would like to share with you is about the new express entry draw. The source of this news is canada.ca. We also have published this on settler.ca, our website. So basically, on August 31st, 2022, the government ran another no program specific draw on Express Entry. Express Entry covers three programs: Federal Skilled Worker Class, Canadian Experience Class, and Federal Skilled Trades Class. On top of that, if you are selected by a province under the Express Entry system, we also have Express Entry PNP. So when it says that no program specified, it means that all those three options plus PNP selections were covered. The number of invitations issued were 2,750, which was again 500 more than the previous draw. The previous draw was 2,250. The other issue is that the score, CRS score, dropped to 516. It means that if your score was 517 or more, then you have been selected. But if you were 516, then you need to look at this tie-breaking rule, which shows that if you applied on or before April 16, 2022 at 18:24:41 UTC, then they would have selected you. But after that, unfortunately, they didn't select you. So not all 516s were selected. This is a good progress in terms of Express Entry. For those of you who don't know, Express Entry was stopped for a while, and now that it has been restarted, we need to know that the direction that it's going. And this is good news when we see that actually we have some progress, and hopefully we will see points below 500 within the next few months, hopefully even before the end of this year, because right now over 500 CR score is a huge number. If you want to know what's going on in the pool of Express Entry, as of August 29th, 2022, there were close to 240,000 people in the pool of Express Entry. To be exact, 239,196. And as you can see, if you look at these figures up here, you will see that more than 70,000 people, they had scores that were above 450. And this means that if your scores are less than 450, your chances will be slim in terms of being invited to apply. The government is making some changes in early 2023, which means that if you are in the pool of Express Entry, they may come up with different requirements, and based on those requirements, instead of just selecting based on the higher score, they may select people from the pool of Express Entry, and that will change everything. And we don't know what those criteria would be, but there is a chance that the criteria would be, for example, based on the nationality of people, which is unlikely, based on job categories and other needs of Canada, and then we'll select people. So because today I was just testing this new system, I had just two pieces of news to share with you. There is a lot more if you visit settler.ca .ca and click the news button or news menu. You will see the latest news about immigration to Canada. I will be live every Sunday around 10 a.m. Toronto time, and which is the Eastern time, most of the time Eastern Standard Time. Right now we are in the summertime, but at the end of the day, I will try to explain the immigration process. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the chats in this new system, so hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But next week when I come back, I'm more educated on this system and hopefully the quality will be much better. Thanks again for watching this live session or the recording of it. Please subscribe to our channel and enable notifications. See you soon.